Hey guys, I'm Kate, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the Authortube Newbie Tag. That Jen of the Dark One made, and it's part of this whole Authortube group. You can find, I'll link down below, Facebook, the Jen of the Dark One's video, and Lily Mead, she helped create the Facebook group and kind of was the first one that I think gave it a name, which is Authortube. You can be a writer without being published and still be a part of Authortube, and it's this really great inclusive group, and I'm really excited to get to know more people in Authortube. So, without further ado, here are my answer to the questions. So the first question is, how did you find out about Authortube? And I kind of just talked about that, but I was on BookTube, and I'd been a long-time lurker and decided back in December that I wanted to kind of start making videos that were both bookish and writerish, and then, you know, you YouTube spiral as it goes. And eventually I found other writing videos, some nano videos, and then Authortube popped up. And so I'll link down below I'll link down below a couple of the people that I've watched that have been really great for me to kind of enjoy seeing what other writers are doing. Question number 2. What genres do you write in? I write in young adult, new adult, and within those two, kind of like mystery, sci-fi, fantasy, contemporary. I'm working on a co-written story with my best friend, and that's like a contemporary nude adult. Oh my god. That would be a different kind of book. Contemporary new adult that I'm working on with my best friend, and so I'm kind of all over the place. Question number 3. What is your preferred writing tense and point of view? So right now I'm writing in first person present tense, but I don't do that all the time. The last story I was just working on that I've set aside to give myself, you know, the 2 months of just not even looking at it, that was third person past tense. So I dabble. I'm a dabbler. Question number 4. Are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? And I'm so glad this is a question. This is the question I get asked every nano, and it's my question that I like to ask people to get to know them a little bit better, feel them out as writers. I used to say I was a pantser. I used to go in with nothing and just write and hope something great came out of it. I can't do that anymore. I'm such an outliner. So I'll say plantser. I'm a plantser. The first 2 chapters, I kind of just like to feel out the characters and the setting and the plot points and just kind of see where it goes. But then after those first 2 chapters, I realized very quickly I needed an outline. So I'm plantsing. I'm a plantser. Question number 5. Are you self-published, published, or about to be published? Or in the process of getting self-published? Which I am that one. I'm in the process. I'm working on getting published. I think I want to go the traditional publishing route, at least for this first story that I'm working on. I'm on draft 2.5, which I've talked about in a previous video, and I'll also link down below. But I'm yet to be published. I'm working on it. I'm hoping that at least within this calendar year, I can get to querying an agent, feeling very confident, and hopefully draft 4 or 5 or whatever it takes. I've already had a beta reader and I got some really great feedback, and now I'm just working on incorporating that into the draft. So draft 2.5 is getting done. And then I'm in the middle of a couple of other drafts. Question number 6. What publishing company, literary agent, etc. are you repped by, or do you want to be repped by if you aren't published yet? I haven't actually thought about this yet. I can so easily dream about what something's going to be and forget that I still got work to do back here. There's still all this noveling left. So I'm not letting myself even think about agents or publishers right now. I'm just working on the drafts. Question number 7. What Authortube related videos can we expect to see on your channel? That's a great question. I already have a video on tips and tricks on how to get past the first draft, which I'll link down below. I'll link everything down below. I'm a Lincoln queen. So tips and tricks, tag videos like this one, goals, kind of writerly updates, bookish inspiration because I'm doing a couple of booktube-esque things. Some of it's booktube in the vein of seeing it as a writer. So just bookish things. So all kinds of things, really. Question number 8. When did you start writing? I always liked English when they would let us do a kind of creative writing session, and I was like, do I have a story for you? But what I really remember was 6th, 7th grade, at the peak of my Harry Potter love. I started writing Harry Potter fan fiction, which I'm going to count as real writing because I worked real hard on it. Harry Potter fanfiction, and I wrote about the Marauders because we didn't know too much about them, so it was enough within the constraints of the Harry Potter universe that I could kind of also let my imagination run wild. It's not great, I'll tell you that, but it is kind of fun to go back and read. I'm not going to link that down below. That is the thing I will not be linking. Question number 9. What was the first story you ever wrote? And I just addressed that, which is a Harry Potter fanfiction story about the Marauders when they were in, like, their first year at Hogwarts. Yeah. As for not fanfiction, I remember in 9th grade very clearly writing a story about this witch's coven. I can't find it. It's in a journal somewhere. Remember nothing. I remember nothing about it other than it was this witch's coven. So maybe someday I'll revisit that if I ever find the journal, or if I just decide that, you know, since I have so much to go off of, witch's coven it is. Question number 10. What authors have inspired your writing the most? So, as you might have guessed from the past 2 answers, J.K. Rowling, huge fan, still a huge fan. Her Twitter game is A+, so that's always entertaining. I'm super into nonfiction as well, so Bill Bryson. I think it's amazing the talent it takes to tell a nonfiction story, or, you know, travel memoirs that are as highly entertaining as I think some fiction can be. And I think the sharpness of the writing is great, so I'm into him too. As for more recent inspiration, I think Marissa Meyer of the Lunar Chronicles series is awesome. I think her stories are so engaging and so fun, and the characters so great, and they all have such powerful and individual voices, and that's something that I would love to kind of grow in my own writing. And also William Goldman, he wrote The Princess Bride, he wrote the book and the movie is one of my all-time favorite movies in this world. But the book is so good. It's amazing. He wrote 2 different things with the same story, but they're so good. So, The Princess Bride, William Goldman, what up? Question 11. Do you schedule your writing sessions, or do you just write whenever you find the time? And the answer to that is both. I make sure that I write at least 2 hours a day for my own personal noveling, so whatever draft I'm working on, I'll have tried to commit at least 2 hours a day on that. That's usually in the morning so that I can feel more accomplished because I can cross it off my list. And then later in the day, if I find I have time, or I had this one scene that I really wanted to get to, I go ahead and do that too. Question number 12. Do you write with a computer, a typewriter, by hand, some kind of weird combination? And the answer to that is the weird combination, of course. I write mostly by computer, almost exclusively, and then I outline and plot and do everything else by hand first, and then move it to the computer. Oh, and where do you write in general? That's part of question 12. And I have a chair. I write in that chair. Or I go to a coffee shop to inspire me and to get coffee where they make little latte art. So I find whichever coffee shop I can and go there. And it's nice sometimes to, like, if I'm stuck in a place and my chair is not cutting it, and I can't get past it, I go ahead and shake up where I'm at. And the coffee shops are great for that. And also I'm addicted to caffeine, so that's good. Question number 13. What are you looking forward to most now that you're a part of AuthorTube? And I'm looking forward to the community the most. I've been kind of a lurker in BookTube, and I'm just really excited to participate this time and root for everybody and cheer everyone on through their successes, and I think this whole thing is going to be amazing. Alright, that's all 13 questions. Thank you so much for watching. I will link down below various other AuthorTubers, the Facebook, my previous videos that I mentioned, but not that Harry Potter fanfiction. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye guys! So I know I'm crazy, but you can't tell me that these aren't amazing.